Well, hello everyone, and as you can see, this is my run of floor 3. There is no audio. I was basically just talking to friends whilst doing this because this demonic beast is painful. The RNG needed is insane. Even if you can do floor 3, I would not recommend it because, okay, phase 1 and phase 2 is kind of skill based. Phase 3, no skill. You basically have to pray that it goes on the same platform twice, so it loses 40% of its max HP, and then it's an easy kill. If not, I'll show you an example of what can happen on floor 3 if you do not lower its HP. But let's get on to it. So I'll go through some of the gimmicks. Let's just full screen this. Actually, makes it much easier. Does the bottom? Okay, no, there we go. I called it pain because this was very painful for me, and I've literally just completed the run. And I wanted to get the video out basically, not immediately, but I wanted to make sure that I had the stuff ready. So turn 1, as you can see here, I used the Liz skill, that was to get more HP. I then used this skill here, which is the Valenti shock skill, because you actually have to apply all 3 of these debuffs to get it to move to whatever one you want to, which you want on the right side. So I applied those 3, and the reason I played them in this order was because this would give me the attack boost, this would then deal some damage, and this would do release, which would basically do the release for these 2 debuffs, which means this will do a lot more. So what my plan is that I do try and go for basically Liz's ult as quick as possible, Melly's ult. You want to kill the left stump as soon as you possibly can, because that left stump, if he ends up jumping on it twice, you lose 50%, I think it's attack related stats, permanently. That's not for phase 1, that's not just for phase 1, that's permanent. You want to get rid of that ASAP. He will debuff spam you like this, but that is completely fine. But the main gimmick is the middle one just gives him immortality. You want him on the right one, basically. The middle one does absolutely nothing. The left one is like the one I just try and kill it, because I absolutely hate it. Like this is like pain. Like this is after no joke. I'm not kidding. I've probably spent close to 6 hours trying to get a good run because of the final phase, and I'll show you like the most common pain on the final phase, which is if you don't do a specific gimmick, which we do on this one, and I'll explain it when we get onto floor 3. So on phase 1, as you can see, I am sort of what I will end up doing is start saving my AoEs. That is for the second phase. Also, if you want to, you can save a debuff type of each. Do not use Valenti's ultimate. Valenti's ultimate is for some reason like, how do I explain it? It's like bugged at the moment. Her bleed poison doesn't count as poison for some reason. I don't know why, but that's just how it is. I AoE here to kill the left one, so I'm basically safe at this point now. It's just an RNG base thing where every time he's on that right side pillar, he will lose, I want to say it's 10% all stats every single time. There is no cap on that. He will keep losing it, and eventually you'll get to a point where you start patiencing stuff. I'm not sure if it's in this run, but in one of my runs, I do end up like patiencing him. But Glocks and Melee patience like every hit. Oh no, I think Valenti and Liz patience it. It's one of the 2. It's either a combination. But I just basically try and get max Valenti stacks at this point. I'm like, screw it, I need Valenti stacks. And I'm pretty sure I melee ult to kill the left side as well. That middle one. Because that middle one doesn't do anything. Bang, bang. And then we AoE here. And then we ult here, which will just kill it. There we go. And now we're on to the bit where he will keep healing, but then he'll keep being stat low to the point where the healing is like nothing. You do really want to keep farming your Liz cards though. Like Liz cards is like what's really clutch. If you don't have Liz cards, you may struggle a little bit, mainly because of like after all, like over a long periods of time, the damage will start to get kind of big. Especially if he just starts targeting other people, which is what he does on floor 3. He just targets anyone and everyone he wants, which is kind of irritating. I don't know why. Like he does target Valenti like the first few phases, like phase 1 and phase 2, but phase 3 he just goes over he goes after Glocks, Liz, Melee with the ultimates. He'll always target Melee for some reason, which is fine because Melee is probably got one of the highest stats on my team. He's really tanky. He's got the insane defense boost from his own passive, so I don't really worry about Melee. Glocks is the one I normally worry about. If for some reason he's just really squishy, he seems like he's the one on this team that takes the most damage, which is kind of irritating. Also, at the end of this run, I go over my gear to prove that I was running the gear at the time. I literally just finished recording this. I was like, immediately, I want to record this video. I want to get it done. But here you see me actually playing one of the AoE skills here for Valenti, that is to get a stack of a passive. Also, so Glock's ult can hit really hard. So Glock's only really does a lot of damage, like the first 2 phases. Apart from phase 3, he does like 79k. It's really bad. But as you can see, I'm also saving one of each debuff skill. As you can see on the right, I'm sort of keeping on that side. But yeah, I have no extra Liz cards here. I do misplay a little bit on phase 1 and 2. Phase 3, I'm locked in. Like, the amount of pain from recording this is insane. I'm recording this on Saturday. This will probably come out on Monday. No, it might come out on Sunday. I'm not too sure. I'm still not sure. It might come out Sunday. But this has been the most painful thing I have ever done. Like, okay, no, probably no. Okay, I take that back. Nidhogg with like my B-Tech team I was using to beat 4-3, which I only did once. I never did it again because I can't be asked. But yeah, that was the most pain. This was definitely second. I wish it was more skill based, less RNG, because it would be if this was skill based, right? If there is a gimmick to phase 3, right? Currently, no one knows if there's a gimmick, and I'm pretty sure it's random. I'm pretty sure it's random. Here we go. I think I try and kill it here. I just move, yeah, because I want to keep those skills. Oh no, I don't kill. I nearly kill it. Like you'll see here how much damage Valenti can really do. She does a lot. She does have her own damage boost though, but look at this. 193k, level 1. That's good damage, man. Good damage. You see, now he's not healing at all. His stats are so low that he's going to heal here, he'll be like 70k. Yep, 70k, doesn't heal much anymore. Damage, patient. Yeah, like Valenti and Liz both patience it. Which isn't bad. It is quite good. You can stall a little bit, especially if you're not getting those debuff cards you want, which is really what I had to do sometimes when trying to get this run. And I was like, no, I'm not wasting any more skills. Like, by the way, I was like, every time I could have made a rage if I had like my mic on and everything. I could have made a rage like compilation of this because I got angry because this is just irritating. So with this phase, you want to play each of one debuff. I merge it here because I don't really want to waste any other skill. You can't play Valenti's ult. Valenti's ult does not count as poison. He will then move to the left side if you play this combination. And then, yeah, that will then move him to the far left, which is what you want. And then the middle one and the right one, there's basically nothing to them. If you ult, I'm pretty sure the far right one, if he stays on that, he gets I want to say an all-stat boost of 10%. It's nothing insane. It's only for this phase. It's good because it's only for this phase. Also, this run only took me nearly 20 minutes, which isn't bad. Most of that time was spent on the final phase. But here I go full like send. I try and kill those pillars ASAP. I then play the Liz skill, and I think I play Valenti's ult. Yeah, I play Valenti's ult because I want to kill those pillars, so he can't jump to the other ones. Once again, my melee is 1-6, my Liz is 4-6. Like, the higher dupe your melee and Liz is, the easier this will be. Like, insanely easy. The more dupe you have on Valenti, the easier it'll be. Glock's is completely useless. Like, I'm not joking. His relic does nothing. By the way, his relic only works in PvP, so it's completely useless in this. The only real reason he's here is for the defense boost. He's here for the defense boost, and for the fact he has a bleed skill. That's it. That's it. If we get someone else to replace him who can provide more, I will take that without a doubt. But I do believe this team will probably end up being the best team for a little while. I do think the only person being replaced could actually be Melee, mainly because like he's good, but that AOE, if we get a character with like an insane single target, right? Two insane single target skills. Honestly, I would take that over Melee. Like Melee's good, but he could definitely do with a little bit better. Also, later on, the Petrify isn't really that big because he breaks it every single time. He'll Petrify you first, then he'll start attacking you. But now on this phase, he will apply a Stunt skill, and then he will give himself like a COVID debuff. Like, there you go. That is 15% of his max HP every turn. So what I like to do is I like to get him to below 45%, so he does end up dying to it. If he dies to it, it's completely fine. There's no like bad thing that can happen if he dies to his own debuff. And here we go. So once again, I don't actually go for Liz's ult because I feel like, okay, I don't actually need it because I don't want to waste that skill because my team has a lot of HP. Like these first phases don't do much damage. Let's see how I'm moving. I don't want to play it. It's a waste of a skill. But I do end up playing the Valenti skill because I don't want to take more DOT damage from the debuff. And we go smack smack. Valenti's damage is actually quite good later on because your teammates end up getting crit, she gets more attack. She has a lot of attack. Of course, my Liz is 4-6, so I get 20% attack-related stats every time I pop Pearl, which is quite nice. We've got 40% from Valenti's passive, which is once again quite nice. And at the end of this run, I show off the team I was running, the card set, ult levels, all that kind of stuff. Here, I do actually use the ultimate and I cleanse as well, because I don't want to really have to put up with all these debuffs. So I play an ult, then I cleanse, because I don't want them to merge, and then I play the skill with Glocks. I don't think this is the final one. I think there's one more turn. No, he actually dies. So he dies this phase to the debuff. So it'll switch back to his turn. He then gets the third debuff, which is another percentage. I believe he'll then lose 45% of his max HP every turn, which is kind of insane. There we go. Now he'll lose 45% of his HP every turn. He does target my Glocks there, which is kind of irritating. But it's like, it's not bad. The only problem is that, once again, he dies here, so Glocks is going to have quite low HP, but because LL is, he'll go straight back up. Really nice. And we got the passive where we lose ult gauge, which it's irritating, but it's doable. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the other clip I have, which, okay, it hasn't opened, but I'll bring it up in a second. This one, here it is. So we'll open up this. This one actually has audio. We're going to go to here. So, this is with no HP lower. He has like 2.8 million HP. Okay, I killed this one. This is phase 3. Now he will start losing his immortality stacks. He loses 1 per character. Once again, we'll get onto that when we get to the main run. But I'll show you, like, you think your skills are doing damage. Like, that was 500. Wait, I'm going to show you. This is 520k on this run. Bear in mind, this is this run. Melly's got all the attack-related stat boost. He's got his own attack-related stat boost. Watch this. And then we'll compare it to the next run. So that did less than 30% of his HP, right? Oh, that is what I'm currently got open. We'll go on to Pain. And we'll go to the start of phase 3, which is... Bloody hell. There. And now we're here. We're back to where we were now. Let's make this full screen, because now we don't need to switch out of it. Once again, I got the old gauge removal passive. Not too bad. But bear in mind that that did less than 30% with a golden single target with all the buffs, everything. Literally, my melee could not have had any more help. But as you see here, I target the left one, because... what does that left one do? I think it gives him all stats. It gives him like 20% all stats if he jumps onto that one twice, so I immediately went to go kill it. I was like, I need to kill this one, so I full send into it. I make sure I play that Liz skill, so I can get Liz's ult next turn. Here we go, big damage. There we go. And then he AoEs, completely fine, doesn't bother me. He does target Glocks now, which makes me a little scared that he's just going to keep targeting Glocks, but after this turn he sort of just leaves Glocks alone, which is quite nice. Then what I do, so, okay, so let me go over the gimmick for this floor. If he jumps on this far left one here, he gets all stats 20%. If he jumps on this one here, he loses 20% max HP, and it's stackable. Both of these are stackable. And on the right one, if he jumps onto it, he loses an immortality stack equal to how many characters you have on the field. So I have 4, he'll lose 4. That's how it works. And that's why, yeah, this can be quite painful. As you can hear, I check for the damage cap, because it's got a 33% damage cap, and I think, okay, how can I deal with this? Because I want to kill it. Okay, I'll play that, and I'll play the other AoE as well, just to basically guarantee the kill. There we go. I did also get quite. This is where this is where the skill disappears, and it becomes only RNG. So he will just randomly jump between these two, just randomly do it. But I got lucky. Look, he jumped into this one again. Boom! He loses 20% max HP. He doesn't gain immortality stacks. You think he just gained it? He didn't. It just moved because it reapplies it. I don't know why, it just reapplies it for some stupid reason. But yeah, he didn't gain any, and he's now got a 20% HP, max HP lower, which is insane. Once again, I check this one, I check for the damage cap, how much HP it's got, and see what it does for him. So I think here, I sort of just smack into it using Valenti's debuff skills, because I just want to get rid of them at this point. I don't have. I actually thought this run was over, because I didn't have any list skills, which was like, okay, I thought I'm screwed. But like, so much damage that's already doing. in comparison to the last run. Like 500k was like nothing, and I think he's got close to like 3 million HP if you don't HP lower him, but then if you HP lower him, he's only got like 1.8. It's insane. There you go, now he's got another HP lower. I don't HP lower him anymore. Once again, he does like no damage. Most of his damage comes from the right side when he gives you debuffs when you're on the right pillar. So the right pillar, the only real problem you have is that every other turn, he will apply a debuff to you, which is like the COVID debuff from the previous one, which is 15% of your max HP every turn. And he applies that to everyone. It's grey, it's unremovable, you can't remove it. But the only good thing about it is that it also applies a red one every turn as well, at the end of his turn. And what this does, that means melee guarantee gets to rank up every time when that happens. Look, so much damage you're already doing, comparison to the previous one. Now look, now he just randomly decides he wants to swap. Look, I just removed the debuffs off him, and now he wants to swap again. But now this is where we start to properly notice the damage difference. So I don't have Melee's buff. I won't have it, I think, until next turn when he actually gives me the debuff. Once again, I'm not pulling any Liz skills. Like, this is like really bad Liz RNG, but actually really good melee RNG. Once again, here, look. Look at his HP, 1.7 million. I'm looking, look, that's insane. And it can be stacked. I'm not sure how many stacks it can get to. Maybe you can get it to more than 2. But, like, this is the key to killing him. You do need to HP lower him. Like, you actually do. If you don't HP lower him, it's too much HP because he regenerates too much. He has some sort of, like, healing, like, hidden passive, which means he heals, like, a stupid amount of HP. Also, I don't show it, but I did redo floors 1 and 2, so I didn't get the crit chance, crit damage passive, because I thought that was the problem. No, it was just the fact that, yeah, it's just the fact I just wasn't HP lowering him, which was just all RNG based, basically. That's unfortunately how it is. And I get a lot more Liz skills, which is quite nice, but I've got lots of melee skills as well. This is where I was like really happy about this. I think I used the single. Yeah, look, okay, so this single target is going to be with no attack related stats. Like, so much percentage. I don't have a Liz buff here. Look at the percentage of his HP that disappears. Insane. That's the difference between with and without the HP lower. Even Glocks looks like he's actually doing some sort of decent damage. That's no melee buff. No, not a single melee buff. Not a single Liz buff. Boom. He lost so much HP. Like, that's the gimmick. You want to sort of get him on that middle tower, maybe like 2 turns so he loses 40% of his max HP. Then you get him onto the right tower when he starts losing immortality. You can actually, when he loses all those immortality stacks, you can get him back on the middle tower. I'm not sure if you can kill him on it, but I do know you can get him back to the middle tower, because I did also test that as well. Whilst on my runs, he lost all immortality stacks. I tried to get him to stay on the left tower, but when he then moved back immediately before I could kill the right tower again, which is kind of irritating. This is me just pondering what to do. I think here I actually try and kill the middle tower, because actually no, I don't. I let it live for an extra turn. But I keep lowering its HP. You want its HP to be as low as possible. You don't want it to gain any, because it'll keep gaining HP. You need to do like a damage cap a turn, basically. That's sort of my way of keeping it safe. You do like at least a damage cap a turn. Look at that. 500k last time did about 20%. That did well over, like more than enough, like an actual like good amount of damage. Like, he healed a lot, but it's fine. It's completely fine. Because he hasn't got that much max HP in comparison to before, where he was healing like more damage than what I could deal. You know, also for passives, after this video is done, after this bit, I will show you the best passives, or the passives I got, which I believe are probably the best you can get. Which one? I think I let it live for an extra turn, and next turn I actually killed the other pillar, because I was like, I don't really want to risk it anymore. So boom, I debuff him. Then I try and do as much damage as possible once again. Once again, that's actually really good Glocks damage. Like, normally without a debuff, no joke, you're looking at like 70k. It's really bad. Boom, he loses another 4 more immortality stacks, and now this is where I was like kind of scared. I didn't have any more Liz buffs. I've now got 2 of these like other debuffs on me. You know, he's starting to heal again. And once again, he's got his ult, which is stun. That's a lot of damage there. But what I do, I heal up. I'm pretty sure I play that skill, because I want Valenti to have as much damage reduction as possible, because I would rather lose like Glocks than Valenti. Like, Valenti provides so much, Glocks provides basically just defense, which isn't really that big. Like, even she's doing all that. Was 400k from her. Bang. And now look, now he's going to be 1 HP. We literally leave him at 1 HP. This is not possible unless you lower his HP, because he heals so much back. Because I think he heals based off like his max. It's like Hostess Liz passive, but like on crack. Look, he just heals double, which means he has a healing passive. Because why else? But you don't heal double unless you have some sort of healing passive. So he has a healing passive that's probably based off his max HP. He does target Glocks here, but then he also then decides to hit Glocks again for the funny, and then we win. Because melee got a rank up, and I can just play all the melee skills, and I play the other skill to finish it off. And then that's it. Boom, done. But once again, like, you saw how lucky I got with melee skills. You know, list skills I got really unlucky on. You even saw that I was not pulling list skills every turn. I was pulling melee skills every turn. I got lucky he didn't move to certain ones. I was really happy. Like, you don't understand how happy. I was like ecstatic at this point that I finally beat it. Look, you're shaking my mouse. I'm so happy. I actually got really lucky as well. I got 5. But yeah, I will not be farming floor 3 every week. I don't think it's worth it personally. Until they make it like piss easy, I ain't doing it. Now I show off my gear, which I literally show off everything. Because I was like, oh my god, I finally done it, just to prove that it's... There you go. I didn't change my gear. I did do a reset though. I'll go over the passives I got. But look, my Glock's gear is really mediocre. And he tanked pretty well. And now, no, this is my green Valenti gear. Look at these rolls. She didn't die. She tanked quite well. And then I just show a card set. That's the deer card set. And then I come to here, show melee was 1/6. The outfits as well. Then we go to Liz, who was 4/6. And I have all her outfits, all her weapons, all cosmetics maxed. And then, once again, Glocks is 6/6. All outfits maxed, no weapons maxed, some headgears maxed. And then Valenti, which is the most B-Tech, she's 1/6. 3 of her, she's actually like basically nothing maxed. And yeah, then I go off and show my constellation of Boxy C to show like where I am, sort of thing. There you go. That's how much Boxy C I've got, and that's where I'm at, my constellation, sort of thing, to prove that it's not complete. And that is it. That's where the video ends, and that's where we are now. And yeah, that's like it basically. I've done it. Let me quickly go over the passives, the ones that I think are the best. Here we go. We'll go with passives. So the best passive is actually this ignore defense one. The crit chance and crit damage one is quite big, especially on that final phase, because he's a sever skill, and he's going to crit you even if you have like a bunch of like crit resistance. I don't know how much crit chance he's got, but because it's sever, he gets a lot more extra crit chance. That 20% actually becomes an extra 60%, and that can actually be quite painful. The extra crit damage is also quite irritating as well. On this floor for the first one, you want the Gotha one, which I didn't actually have. I had this one up here. You do want this one, which is basically every time you use a rank up, he increases his basic stats by 10%. Don't really want that one if you can help it. No, sorry, you want this one because of course you're not using Gotha. You don't really want this one because if you have to stall a turn and you don't attack it, he will get more attack, which can be slightly irritating on the later phases. And I think this one here, I got really lucky. I actually got the crit damage one, which can be quite irritating, but it's kind of better than him having an extra 10% attack. I know on the final phase, it probably would actually be better to have this one, but I still, I did it with this one and it was actually not too bad. On floor 3, I would recommend the HP one. You don't want the damage reduction one. That one can be irritating. The extra HP is fine. The extra defense, not so much. The extra damage reduction can be quite irritating after a little while. And then this one, of course, you saw I ended up getting the remove volt gauge, which can be quite bad at sometimes, but I was really lucky and I done it with that. But no, thank you for watching. As you can see, it is possible with that team with really B-Tech gear. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.